All right, guys, we're live, but we're going to give it a second to let people get into the chat, okay? I just want you guys know what I'm doing with this. It has nothing to do. It's not a beef. It's not a beef. I just want to clarify my thoughts on this, okay? Where I stand from, my standpoint, okay? This is not a beef video. Me and Fatal and Fisto had a conversation on Twitter, and sort of like a little debate thing, whatever. But it's not a beef, okay? So don't think what I'm saying is a beef, okay? I just want you to know that this is not a beef video. All right. So give it another minute. See if you can make it. All right. Yeah, just remember, guys, it's not a beef video. And while I'm getting started, I'll probably say it at the end too, but I'm going to be doing a podcast on Thursday with people like Ryan, El Matador, I believe Video Game Lovers coming on. He said he can only make it for a short time, but he'll be there, and whoever else. Okay, so that'll be Thursday, probably 7ish. Okay. Something like that. So, all right, I'm going to get started. All right, let me just get started here to hold everybody up. Okay. I want to touch on a topic tonight about Game Pass, and the reason why I'm doing the stream is because Fatalmephisto brought it up as a topic on Twitter. So that's so here's what I think of Game Pass as a service and as an application for the consumer, and also as a tool for developers. Okay. Okay. So number one, okay, Game Pass is good for the consumer. $10 a month, you get brand new day one releases, backwards compatibility, classics. You also get some newer third-party games that are about a year old, and some exclusive Game Pass content. Okay, so for a consumer, from a consumer standpoint, Game Pass is a good service. It's a bang for the buck service that offers you, a lot more than what you're paying for. Okay, it really does. So I think when Game Pass users actually praise a product, it's based on the price and what it offers. Okay. Now, keep in mind, Game Pass offers mean nothing as a consumer because I have most of these games that are already on it, and I'm not an Xbox person, really. I'm not. Okay, but when games like Gears of War comes out, I'll be playing it on Game Pass. I'm not gonna pass that up. There are certain games that I will use Game Pass for. Okay, I also got a chance to play Sea of Thieves with my first game trial pass. Okay, I'm glad Game Pass existed then, because I couldn't imagine paying $60 for that horrific game. Because I am terrible, terrific game. Okay. Yeah, so I'm glad at that point that Game Pass did exist, okay? Because without that, I mean, if the game was really that good, I may have bought it, but no. So in a way, in that aspect, Game Pass is good, okay? Now, excuse me a minute here. All right, but let's move on, because we established that Game Pass is good for the consumer, and it does give the consumer the bang for their buck. Now we'll move on to developers and what really matters in gaming, and that's profit. And don't let nobody tell you it's not. These companies are out there to make a profit. So are the developers, to make a profit. Okay. At the end of the day, these developers, like I just said, are about profit. Okay. And when they don't meet their projected forecasts, shit happens, like good games not getting sequels. Just go through the list of games right now in your head that you would love seeing a sequel to. but we don't get sequels to these games because they do not make enough profit. Okay, and because some games have not made enough profit. Period. Okay. These are the exact reasons why some studios closed down. This is the exact reason right now why Sega went third party, because they could not make the money to back up their product, and because of the shit like piracy. Okay. Before we move on, let me say hi to some people in the chat. El Matador, what's up? Skyfall, Jamal, Zach, what's going on? Okay. Like I said, piracy is a big thing. That's why Sega's doing what they got to do. Okay. And this is where I need to address Fatal, because he compared Game Pass to renting movies and video games back in the day. Okay. It's not the same thing. I think you'd be wilding there a little bit, Fatal. Okay. I think you're wilding. All right. So anyway, Fatal's my buddy. But anyway, games these days have bigger budgets, bigger studios. They demand more work and resources, and more resources. Okay, it's it's a completely different ball game than when we were kids. Maybe $1 million was good back then. Okay, but that doesn't even cover a quarter of a budget with the majority of games nowadays. The bigger games, it doesn't cover the budget, not in a quarter. So here's where here's what Game Pass does. It's a rental service that gives you the option to buy. Notice I said option, because it's not mandatory to buy anything on Game Pass unless it's extra DLC, or unless it's not included in the bundles on Game Pass. A good example would be the Hitman game. You can now play the entire game and all its parts on Game Pass. Beat the game, then erase it. So that doesn't help developers at all. You get where I'm going with this? It doesn't help developers at all. Okay. Who else do we got in here? Overdone, SS9, Bears, That Gamer, Playbox, D, and Savage. What's up? What's up? Thank you for coming. Remember, hit that like button. Okay. Yeah. So it doesn't help developers at all. Okay, and I saw an article about Microsoft making money from Game Pass. But this is the thing: the money they're making from Game Pass this generation doesn't even scratch the surface of the money they made last generation without Game Pass. It doesn't even scratch the surface. Okay, back when games like Halo 4 and Forza 3 were selling like hotcakes, back when Gears of War launched and people bought these games by the millions. You got to realize they bought the games by the million. You got Game Pass, $10. Okay. So if you have 1 million people doing it, that's $10 million. But you got millions of people buying these 3 games, okay, at $60 a pop. Do the math. Big difference. Okay. Here's the problem with the Xbox division, okay, and Game Pass as a whole. Game Pass with the Xbox users seems to be a mandatory application. And I'm saying this because the Xbox division has some of the worst advertising this generation, okay? They have little to no faith about their games. They don't even have faith in the Xbox console itself, in my opinion. This is a console that everybody is speculating, okay, and guessing the overall lifetime sales. And the Xbox division hasn't even officially come out with actual numbers, okay? Now, when I'm saying this about being mandatory application for people, because that's the only way to get their advertising and know what's going on, okay? It's the only way they get their advertising, okay? This is a generation of gaming on the Xbox where the Xbox fanboys are celebrating 500,000 sales. 1 million sales, and just getting a lot of dry periods where the games they talk about are not being purchased. Okay, they're not being purchased. What's up, Carlos? Excuse me. Oh man, throat's dry. Okay, They're even getting games that used to be timed exclusives and are not buying these games. Okay, they're not. Now, at the end of the day, I'm not in a developer's pockets. Okay, but I saw, I sort of do care how much they make for games, because that could potentially be money put into new games, put into sequels, or put into more resources for them. Okay, that's what my concern is when it comes to Game Pass and those developers that are developing, and there's shit's going on there. What about sequels? What about this? It's bad enough that the games didn't sell, but the fact that some games didn't sell before Game Pass, nobody bought them, okay? Or there wasn't enough support for it. We didn't get it. Well, how are you going to get it at a rental of $10 a month? You're not going to get them. Where's the extra money they're going to bring in to give sequels, to make better games, newer games, more games? You get my point, guys, right? That's all I'm trying to say. Okay. Okay. So now, let's see, where was I going to go with this? Oh yeah, one of the things that Fatal brought up was about movies, and showed me a chart with the Dumber and Dumber 2 movie. Then he showed me the DVD and Blu-ray release dates. The DVD and Blu-ray release dates is February 17, 2015. The movie, though, was released in November of 2014. Okay? So that's like 3 months. Okay? You know why? Because most people are not dumb enough to put anything brand new out without at least making their money on it first. So, I mean, that's what I'm saying. Let people buy, let people go out and buy, who wants to buy whatever, put it on Game Pass later on, like they did with this movie. Okay? That's all I'm saying. I mean, I thought that's the way it was going to be in the first place. You got, your older games, and then, you had a grace period, after like 3 months or so, or whatever, or 6 months, it goes on Game Pass. That would be wise, in my opinion. But, I'm only one person, okay? And it would help the developers out so we can get newer games, more games. You know what I'm saying? Sequels. This is the problem with Game Pass. They want shit on an application for $10. Great for the consumer. Bad idea for developers, though, because they're not getting the money they could potentially have from retail or digital. They're not getting it. Okay? They're not getting it. And then you probably have to make a deal with Microsoft. Oh, we'll give you X amount for this, but they could potentially be making more. So they're going to have to settle for less in order to keep the company afloat. So they don't have to close down the thing. They have to make a deal. That's not fair. That's not right. I feel like in that aspect, the developers are being used. Okay. Okay. Now, Game Pass is such a good idea. Notice the sarcasm, that nobody else in the console gaming industry is doing it. That's how genius it is. Okay? How genius it is. Here's another example. Just imagine right now, Marvel Studio puts their next movie out on Netflix the day it comes out. That's funny, right? Marvel won't do that shit because they want, even if they put it out 3 months down the line, they still had all the sales from it, from the movies. They made their money, and then they release it out on DVDs. That's what it's about. It's what I'm trying to say. Marvel wouldn't do that. Marvel being deep shit. They put it out on Netflix day one. They would. How would they make the movies then? How would they make the other movies? They wouldn't have the budget to do it, so you have to make one to be shit because they got such a low budget now. That's what I'm trying to say about these developers. They're going to make the budget so little for games, the games may come out being shitty. Half finished, broken. Come on. I mean, really. This is the point I was initially trying to convey, okay? You know what I'm saying? Now, I think, you know what, honestly, I think Fato's point was back then we had no problem with renting games from places like Blockbuster and GameFly. The difference between this is these places can run out of copies to rent. Okay. Game Pass can't run out of copies because it's digital. Okay. And it's done digitally at a loss to the developers. Do you understand? I mean, even GameFly and some of those places that are still out there, you know, they're going to lose out. You're going to put other people out of business because they're going to buy it. But who's going to do GameFly anymore because they got Game Pass? So there's a lot of people that could be hurt by this. Okay, honestly, yeah, sure, it's an option to buy games. Okay, but the Xbox division already knows these games they've been putting out this generation are not generating sales. They know that. Okay, so they did the next best thing, and that is try to muster as much profit as they can by using Game Pass. They needed to. I'm sorry, they needed to. It's the only way I think they could have generated extra money because this stuff wasn't selling. I mean, I don't think it's just a new direction they're going. I think it was because of the way the sales were, honestly, with the games and how they're few, far and few between sometimes. You got lots of dry periods and, except for Game Pass. But see, like I said, Game Pass is not for me because I already have those games they're putting on there. Now, for something new, like I said, Gears or something, yeah, okay, fine. But other from that, I got those games. They talk about backwards compatibility with it. Okay, well, guess what? All those games that are backwards compatible, I have them. So it's not worth it for me. Except, like I said, one or two games that may come out that I may want to try. I mean, seriously. Anyway, to me, this application is pretty much only useful for the Xbox One as a whole. It's pretty much the Netflix for gaming. Honestly, guys, it really is. Now, before anybody gets their panties in a knot, okay, you may ask me why I'm not bringing up PS Now. Because to my knowledge, PSN Now is not being advertised, okay? It's not the main focus of the PlayStation 4. When I look at my PlayStation 4 dashboard, I don't see any ads for PS Now, okay? Other than when I go to the store. But Xbox has Game Pass advertised, and sometimes you get Game Pass for $1. They try to rake you in and say, oh, we'll give it to you for $1. Yeah, people will take it for $1 and then, wait until they offer it again for $1 and then go back. So where are you making the money? You're trying to bring people in, but what you got there, like they gave it to me for $1. Yeah, I took it to see what was going on, what was happening. And I had almost all the games on there. So they got only spent $1. My $10 would have been wasted. You know what I mean? Seriously. Okay. With that said, this doesn't mean that I'm against Game Pass, guys. Okay, I'm not. This doesn't mean that people aren't allowed to enjoy it. Again, okay? I think it's pretty cool that for $10 or for $1 a month, you can play all the Game Pass games, including brand new games from Xbox first party. You know what I'm saying? I'm just pointing out the reason why someone would think Game Pass is a bad idea from an economical perspective. Okay, I'm not doing it, for about the it's economical for the developers even. Okay, the developers need their money, and if they find out, Microsoft's giving away Game Pass for $1, like say, tens of thousands a month just to try to rope somebody back in, they can get pissed because that goes part of their profit. They you know what I'm saying? They need to make money so we get games, people. You know what I'm saying? Seriously. What's up, Andrew and Vera John? The bottom line, Really, you put new games on a service and ask for a low price to rent them. Then you're not really asking the consumer to buy these games. And that's the whole point. You know, you're not, yeah. Why would somebody buy it? Yeah, you got the option to buy. Okay, granted, you got the option to buy. But why would somebody buy it if they could rent it? Why? And you know what that means? That means developers. I don't care if Microsoft made a pact with developers. Well, you know, for this game, we'll give you XYZ. They could make more. Like I said earlier, for some of you guys who weren't here, like I said earlier, like when Halo 4 came out and Forza and all that, they were selling by the millions, okay? And Gears too, by the millions. They were hotcakes. They were freaking hotcakes, okay? You put them on here day one, you're getting $10 per person, okay? Now, say if each one sold 5 million copies each, okay? All right, that's 5 million people. 5 million people, right? At $10, what do you get? Now take 5 million people buying 3 different games, okay, at $60 a pop. You see the difference? 5 million times $60. What do you get? You see what I'm saying? Look at the prop. That's what I'm saying. They didn't scratch. They're not scratching the surface of anything they did. And, you know, Microsoft could offer the developers all they want, but the developers are losing, which in the long run, we as gamers are going to lose because they're not going to have the budget to make a good game. The budgets are going to be lowered. Maybe manpower would be lowered. It's going to take longer for the games. You know, and then they may be rushing them to get them out. You're going to have broken games or unfinished games or you know, half-assed games. I mean, you get my point, though. You know what I'm saying? Seriously. Now, I'm going to tell you something, okay? If PS Now did the same thing, okay, I'd be saying the same shit, okay? I would have the same exact response. And I probably would be wondering how bad things are at Sony's headquarters if they did the same thing. You know what I'm saying? What's up, voice? Jan, what's up? I'd really be wondering what's going on at the headquarters. Okay. How bad is it when you have to turn your console into a Netflix box just to make a little profit? You know what I'm saying? I just gave you an example. You know? 5 million people on, I guess, on, you know, fucking Game Pass. 5 million times $10. Okay, but I'm just using Halo, Gears, and Forza because those are the main titles at $60 a piece with those same 5 million people. Big difference. Big difference because you got 3 games at $60 a pop. Okay, just do the math. Instead, you just put it on there and everybody pays $10. Look how much the developer put time, energy, and money they put into that. You're not going to make your money back. So the budgets are going to be so much less. The games are going to suffer. Or some developers may have to go out of business because they can't afford it. They can't afford to keep going like that. That's not right. That's all I'm saying when it comes, you know, to Game Pass, okay? When you have to put it's funny when you have to put these games on PC with better graphics. And I'm talking about Microsoft right now. They have better graphics. You put it on PC, you get better graphics. See, this is my point, guys. All right. It's driving me nuts. Okay. You know, it's just, sorry. This is just what I'm trying to say. It's not that I'm against Game Pass, okay? I'm not. But you got to realize how that may affect our games in the future from these developers. That's what I'm saying, okay? That was the main focus of this stuff, but I wanted to bring up a couple other things. 2 other things, in fact. One is the racism on Xbox. There's somebody who follows me, subs me, whatever, This guy called him every name under the book, and this and that, told him he was going to kill him, and all this other stuff. Is an Xbox person that did this. Come on. You don't have to do that. This is the problem I have. You got, I'm not saying everybody at Xbox does it. No, no. So before anybody gets their panties in a knot, unknot them, all right? Don't get all twisted. But I don't see really, I haven't seen a PlayStation people being racist like that. Okay? Here's another thing. Okay, another topic, okay? This one I didn't want to say because this one pisses me off. I thought the last one pissed me off. This one really pisses me off, okay? I've never heard of this, in the PlayStation community, but I have heard it on the Xbox side. Just recently, some guy killed a 4-year-old little girl for spilling fucking juice on his Xbox. First of all, if she's 4, she should have one of spill-proof cups. Okay? That's first of all. Second of all, she must have been unsupervised at 4 years old if you're supposed to be watching her. Okay? Third of all, why was the Xbox in reach where she can get it? And fourth of all, you're going to murder a little girl who knows nothing for nothing. She's 4 years old over a fucking piece of plastic that you could easily replace. You could easily replace that shit. Now, I'm sure that it didn't do shit to the Xbox either. It's just she spilt some juice on it. And he killed her. These are just 2 instances I found out over the last couple days. What is this world coming to? Seriously. He ain't got that many fucking games to play on Xbox. He's got to kill a child over. I mean, come on. You kill a child. I could see you being a little upset or a little annoyed. Give her a little time out, correct her or whatever. But you beat the kid to death. You beat the child to death. What is wrong with these people? They've gone crazy. This is what I'm talking about. I see this, I've seen other shit that goes on too, but these are the most 2 recent ones that I just saw. And I think it's sad. I think it's very sad. I really do. I think it's very sad that shit like this happens. Okay? It's very sad. And it's not right. It's not right. I'm saying, I wasn't going to bring those up, but it still bothers me. Both the racism and a child getting killed over juice being spilled on something. Come on. My niece has come to my house and spilt shit all the time. I ain't beating her ass to death. So what I did was, I found a sippy cup when she was little. I found one of those cups. Ain't hard to find. Go to Walmart, you can find them, or whatever. Family Dollar, sometimes Dollar Store, wherever. You don't have to go buy no expensive. And it didn't leak. But I also was teaching at the same time, you can't, just throw your shit everywhere. You know what I'm saying? She didn't do it on purpose. It was an accident. I clean it. I just clean it up. I ain't beat the shit out of my niece. Come on. Things are easily, you can easily clean something. But those two just, I understand. They go after kids, and they go after, and they're racist. Why? Over a piece of plastic over gaming? Because somebody whooped your ass in a game, so you got to go there? Just get better and come back and beat their ass. Why does racism have to be involved all the time? Man, what up, Dark Side, Garuda, Johns, Jordan, and Jorius? What's up? Yeah, I mean, seriously. I mean, why do people got to go that way? You know what I'm saying? I mean, I know I went through the other stuff, but with you guys. But seriously, why does that have to happen in gaming? It's just like, what pisses me off is that people teach their kids to be bad when it comes to gaming, and they take them to GameSpots and GameStop. I meant to say GameStop and even Walmart, Targets, Best Buys, and they have these kids pick on the other kids over them buying a console. What are you teaching these kids? These are the same motherfuckers that are racist and teach their kids racist shit. If you want to be racist, that's fine. Be an asshole. Don't teach the child that. Because one day you're going to teach your children or your grandkids, because there's a grandpa doing this shit too. You're going to teach your children. They may not come back in that door one day because someone's going to whoop their ass real good or kill them. So stop the shit. Over gaming? Over a piece of plastic? God damn. Shit. Give me 1 second. I got to get something to drink. Hold on. Sorry about that. Yeah, then it was Hebot who changed up all of a sudden. He's like, I'm not racist. I got 2 black friends that I've known for a long time. Just because you have friends that are black does not mean you're racist. And if you know, just like if you're a black person and I got a white friend, doesn't mean you're not racist. It could go on either side. They could just be a token friend or whatever. So what, you get along with them. They could be exception to the rule. Okay? And then he went on explaining the difference between the N-word with an A and an ER. Everybody knows the goddamn difference. If you're not racist, you should not have to try to spell out definitions. People know the difference. One is it's like that's home with the A, it's like my homie, my friend. The other one is bad. Okay? But he's actually pretty much telling everybody they get a pass to use whatever word they want. Even with an A. No. You don't have the right just to walk down the street and talk to anybody like that you don't even know. What's wrong with you? I mean, he even flip-flop. I mean, he went from way back, he was talking about, he not in no console war, just play whatever. And now he bashing Sony. He called me a Sony pony. He called me a fucking pony. He lucky I don't call his ass up and cuss him out. He called me a fucking pony. And, all this other shit. Why are you bringing my name up in it? If I say anything to you about talking to you, you just mad because I'm right and you're wrong. So now you gotta throw names out there, right? Get the fuck out of here with that shit. See, this is what I'm saying was going on. He was the person that was neutral. And I can say this because he did an interview with me back when, because he said people, when I first, started getting into, not gaming, but podcasting and all that, he said, you become, after about 6 months or so, a year, he said, everybody's been asking me to bring you on for an interview. They want to know more about you. So I went on. We were talking. We were cool because he wasn't in the console war. He wasn't bashing one console. He wasn't doing none of that shit. All of a sudden, he's like, everything is the Xbox now. Motherfucker, you got all the shit in your house. You got a PlayStation in your house. I know you do because we talk. You got the PlayStation in your house. You probably got the, the Switch in your house too now. Don't even go there. Don't even go there with me. Okay? And then when somebody says something, you get mad. Stop saying dumb shit. Why don't you go back to the old Hebot who didn't tolerate the shit that's going on in the community? When you change and you become toxic like them, you're adding to the toxicity in the fucking gaming community. You're flip-flopping now. All of a sudden, I'm not doing this. I'm not doing, and all of a sudden you do it. But you're gonna call me names. I didn't say shit to your ass. I can if you want me to. You don't want me to go there because I said I didn't agree with something. So you bring my name up in this shit? Wow. See, this is no problem. I can't just say if I don't agree, then you're on my ass, and my name has to come up, and you're trying to, stab me in the back. What did I do to you? I never did shit to your ass. In fact, I used to tell people back in the day when you were doing your shit and doing it the right way, go check out his channel. He's got good content. He talks about everything, all kinds of games, old games, new games, whatever. He can go back to probably from before I was born and tell you about that shit too. You know what I'm saying? He had a knowledge about gaming and where it started and consoles and the games that won it and all this other shit. And then he goes and does a flip-flop. I know why, because he hangs out with 2 assholes. on a particular podcast. I don't bring up their fucking names, but because there's one person on that podcast, the only one with common sense. But anyway, yeah, I mean, this is all the shit that just happened over the last couple of days. So, I had to get, between today and the last couple of days, I had to get it out. You know me, I don't hold anything in, and I'll put it out there in the community so people can actually see what's going on, how stupid people are being, and how don't have an opinion because they're going to drag your ass into it. Don't say, well, I disagree. They're going to drag your ass into it. I don't have to agree with it. People come on my podcast. I go on theirs. We don't agree on everything, but we ain't calling people names or doing dumb shit. I don't have to agree with you, and you don't have to agree with me. I could care less. It's my opinion. It's your opinion. We just got to agree to disagree. Everybody has their own opinion. You know what I'm saying? It's just crazy. It's just crazy. I don't know. I'm actually at a loss for words. What's up, Frozen? I'm just at a loss right now. I'm just at a loss because, I don't know, because people are just, he brings my name into shit. Then you got a guy killing a 4-year-old over spilling juice. You got people because they got beat in the game, calling people out their name and threatening to kill the guy, threatening to kill him as well. Besides calling him out his name. I ain't going to say exactly what he said because it wouldn't be nice and not right. Video game lover just was telling me something. He said in the chat, if you guys read it, that Mr. 100 can't even beat Cuphead because he don't play games. He don't play game. They don't know how to play games. They can't. See, that's what I'm saying. He can't even beat Cuphead. Come on now. People I didn't think were going to be Cuphead actually beat Cuphead. You know what I'm saying? People I didn't think were going to do it actually did it on stream. I wouldn't have believed it if it wasn't on stream. But I saw it on stream. I was like, wow, they actually did something. Holy shit. I was amazed. I really was. It's just crazy. You know what I'm saying? It really is. It's just, I just don't get what's happening. And people always say, why do you bring up the Xbox people? Because if you would tell me about a Sony person that did that shit, I would call them out too. But I don't see a Sony person killing a child. I haven't seen Sony people, there may have been one or two, but not in majority, being racist to black dudes. I don't see it like that in the numbers I see it over there. I don't see it. I just don't see it. But if I did, I would call it out. Just like I said, if I saw PlayStation with a PS Now going to where Microsoft's going, I would call them out. I would say the same thing I said about Game Pass. Okay? Same thing. What up, Fatal? I would say the same shit. You know what I'm saying? I would say the same shit about that too. Okay? I just don't think it's good for the developers or from an economical standpoint. I just don't think it is. You know what I mean? That's just my opinion. Okay? But I like to voice my opinion so people know where I'm coming from. You know what I'm saying? And like I said, what I said earlier, definitely ain't no beef. It was giving my point of view and what I felt. Okay? He knows, Fatal know he was wilding on my ass. He was trying to anyway, but I got him back. You know, Fatal's my buddy. There ain't no beef. I was just stating my perspective of what I thought was right. Okay? That's all I said. Yeah. Oh, speaking of, I got to go back to this again because I just thought of this. I don't know why. I have no idea why. But we were talking about, because we're talking about Xbox. Mr. Juan saying he can't beat Cuphead, right? Well, he's too busy getting drunk and kissing guys on streams. So that's his problem. Stop making out with dudes when you're supposed to be playing games and doing it live. Asking some dude to marry him while he's drunk and shit on stream. Come on now. Do you see? I'm sorry, but do you see PlayStation people doing that? If you did, I'll point them out. I'll point their asses out. No problem. You know, I ain't got no loyalties to people out there. You do some dumb shit, you're gonna get. I'm telling. I don't care what side it's on. What side it's on. If I see a Nintendo person acting stupid, or just saying dumb shit, nothing about a particular game because I don't got the Switch, so I'm not gonna go with the game thing. But just saying something stupid, I'll call them out too. I don't care. PC person too. You say something that's outlandish. Guess what? You're gonna get some shit thrown back at you, but it ain't gonna be outlandish. It's gonna be 100. I'm gonna keep it real. I've done it with PC people. It has nothing to do with where you play. You just do something stupid, I'm gonna get back at you. I'm gonna come at you. You don't need to be out there sabotaging the community or fucking with people's minds. You don't realize kids can see this shit. You're gonna have them acting all fucked up. Partly parents, well, the parents shouldn't let them watch certain podcasts anyway, but that's not here or there. You know what I'm saying? One second, I need something to drink. Yeah, somebody just asked, sorry, I was reading too at the same time. Somebody just asked if Game Pass is bad for the industry. Like I said, I don't hate it, but I think it is only because, like I said earlier, okay? You may not have been here. The only reason why I think it is because it's less money for the developers. And I'll go back to this example one more time because some of you people weren't here. Okay, you got Microsoft top 3 games, Halo, Gears, and Forza, right? Okay, sold millions, right? At $60 a pop. Now, if you have 5 million people on Game Pass, okay, versus the 5 million people, we'll just say, before Game Pass that bought those games, figure out the amount. Now you got 3 games at $60 a piece, okay, times, times the 5 million people, okay, versus 5 million at $10 a piece. Like I said before, developers need money too, so we can get sequels, okay, we can get new games, okay, maybe they need something new to make a better game, resources, you know what I'm saying? They need this. You can't go just on Game Pass and put they have to make an arrangement. Oh, okay, well, we'll give you X amount for your game, but we'll throw it on Game Pass. After a while, they keep doing that. The money's going to get lesser and lesser for them. It's going to put developers out of business, or they're going to just give us shitty ass games. They're going to be, everything's going to be wrong with it. They're going to be low budgeted, okay, low quality, maybe unfinished, maybe broken, because they're going to try to rush out as many games as they can just to try to make that little buck that they're making from Game Pass. You get my point? That's all this was about this. Like I said, at times it's good. Now, all the stuff I have, for me, it's not good for me only because almost every game they have on there, what they have on there is backwards compat. I have the games. Like I said, the only thing for me is that, like, when Gears comes out, yeah, I'll play it on Game Pass. Yeah, but you told me one game. Okay, I'll play it on Game Pass. But then what the developers may not even know is that when you're not on Game Pass for a while, because there ain't nothing there for you, Microsoft will give it to you for $1. Just so they can get $1. Come on now. So if you did this with 1 million people, they got 10 million people on there, but every month 1 million people only have to pay $1. That's $9 less out of a developer's pocket. You can say, okay, well, that's $1,000 more because at least they're getting $1. Yeah, but they're getting advantage for a whole month of playing all these games, which also isn't fair to the people who actually have Game Pass and pay for it every month. You know what I'm saying? It's crazy. What up, Craig? It's crazy. So yeah, that's why I think it's bad economically when it comes to the developers. I really do, because I think after a while they're going to get screwed. and then you're going to have some fly-by-night developers pop up, and the games are. I don't think you're going to get the quality of games that you can get now with that. You know what I'm saying? That's the only thing. And like I said, if Sony did this with PS Now, I'd be on Sony's ass too. Hell if I wouldn't. I'd do the same damn shit. I've called Sony out on shit before, and I'll do it again. I have a right. I have their console. I play the games. So I have a right, and I'll call any console I got. You do something wrong, I'm gonna call you out on it. Or if it's something I don't like or I disagree with, I'm gonna voice my opinion. I have a right. I'm a consumer at the end of the day. You know, bottom line. You know what I'm saying? But yeah, that's really what I wanted to get my point across about tonight. You know, I didn't even expect to go on this long, actually, to be honest with you. I'm glad you guys all came. I do want you to hit the like button, okay? I also want to let you know that, don't forget, I said it earlier when I first started. I'm going to say it again. On Thursday, there's going to be a podcast, okay, at around 7-ish, okay? If you're around, you want to join, you're more than welcome, with like Ryan, a couple other people. El Matador, video game lover. He can't make it the whole time, but he's going to try to make it for at least a half hour or so. And, you know, maybe one or two other people, okay? So that'd be Thursday about 7-ish, okay? Do me a favor, guys. Hit that like button for me. Show the girl some love, okay? For keeping it real and keeping it 100 with all y'all, all right? And if you don't, I'm going to side whoop your ass, but I know you're going to hit that. I know you're going to hit the like button. You know why? Because you all love me. Later.